4 years living in Costa Rica. What are 16 bits of advice I have for you? Stay tuned to this episode of Costa Rica Story. Find out. Hey there and welcome to Costa Rica Story. And if this is your first time here, my name is Ed. I make videos about Costa Rica and my life here in Costa Rica. If you're a regular, part of the Good Vibe tribe, my name still is Ed, and you know what I do. And you know that I help people book their tours here in Uvita and around Costa Rica. And you also know I invite people to come to Uvita and experience Uvita with the Uvita Day Adventure. So if you want more information about that, you just go to uvitaday.com. Very simple, very simple. So, 4 years living in Costa Rica, 16 bits of advice for you. Number one, have a plan. Do your research before you get here. Know where you want to go. Know what you're looking for. Of course, you're going to be flexible, but you need to have a little bit of a game plan for coming here. Number two, embrace the rain. And it's Costa Rica, famous for the rain. The rain's not something to moan about. The rain is something to celebrate. The rain is magical. The rain is what makes all this green. Without the rain, this wouldn't be what it is. So embrace the rain. Number three, respect the culture. And there's a lot of things here that are different than what you're used to in your home countries. So learn about the culture here, learn about when the holidays are, learn about things that they do here for certain holidays, and be part of things. Learn about the traditions here. So don't come here with your North American ways or your European ways or wherever you're coming from. Don't come here to Costa Rica and expect to impose your ways upon everybody else. Don't expect things to be how they were where you came from. I have a lot of friends that like to play golf. I have a lot of friends that like to play pickleball. I mean, I don't understand it. Fine, play your golf and your pickleball, but do more than that. Appreciate the culture. Maybe play some soccer. Maybe just get involved in some community events. Don't spend all your time playing pickleball and golf and the gringo things, and hockey. Embrace some Tico culture. Do some Tico things. It's not all about what you're comfortable with and what you're used to doing. Embrace the culture. And along the same lines, just remember that you're a guest here in this country, and you need to be respectful. Back to the previous point, it's a place that has accepted you, and the people here are very welcoming. So don't take their hospitality and don't take advantage of it. Respect given to you deserves respect back to them. So remember, you're a guest. Number five, start saving when you're 10 years old. And it's kind of a joke, but it's not really. This is learning from me. This is the biggest mistake I've made. At this point in my life, my financial resources are really poor. And if it all starts when you're a kid, educating yourself financially, making proper financial decisions, and saving money. This needs to start early in your life. If not 10, 20, if not 20, 30. But before you get here, you need to have your financial ducks in a row. You need to save some money. You need to have passive income, that kind of thing. You need to be educated on money. You need to be financially literate. Number six, don't live in a bubble. The expat community, the all-inclusive retreats if you're on vacation, as mentioned before, okay, well, let's go to our expat party with our expat friends, and we'll stay away from the people of the community. Get involved in the communities. There's so many things, especially like living here in Uvita, the Adi and down in Bahia, the Adibo. It's just so much. There's so much you can do here. Get involved. They have free seminars all the time on different things. The local guides always have pre-nature seminars. Just get involved in that and get out of that stupid bubble. And there's some people that live in a bubble of just themselves. They come here and they put a bubble and they live in whatever, maybe they'll have a beautiful house up on the mountain, but they'll live in a bubble and they don't go out, So get out of your bubble, do some exploring. Don't be a bubble boy, don't be a bubble girl. Number 7, don't put down the food. I mean, by that I don't mean don't put down the food. I mean, don't disrespect the food. The food here is really good. There's a lot of really great traditional Costa Rican cooks. And a lot of people say, oh, well, the cheese doesn't taste very good. Well, it's your palate. Your palate's just not used to it. Then it's like, oh, it's just not spicy enough. It's so bland. That's just what your palate is used to. People here like what they like. So if you're in this country, respect what people do here. Respect that's part of what this country is. It's the way people prepare their food. It's the way people live their life. It's different than what you're used to. So the problem isn't the food. The problem is you. Number 8, respect the natural world. Don't feed the animals, don't feed the monkeys, don't litter, just value it. Value nature, treat it well, be respectful. Number 9, be careful of online information about Costa Rica. I see it so much, especially on Facebook. You just get so much disinformation. There's people with axes to grind, there's people with agendas, so the information you get online, take it with a grain of salt. You can get some great information online, but I don't know, it's just not the best way to learn about Costa Rica. Best way, Costa Rica story, best way to learn about Costa Rica. Self-plug there. Number 10, we discussed it before, but don't impose your country's ways here. We don't care how you do it back in your home country. You're in Costa Rica now, adapt, adjust. Just don't try to carry that torch of your country. I'm sure, you can still celebrate Thanksgiving if you want and all that stuff, but don't try to turn your neighborhood into little USA, because nobody wants that. We don't want that. Number 11, I mentioned this before, learn your Costa Rican holidays. Number 12, support your small business, especially if you're in a small place like here in Uvita. Support your sodas here, support your gift shops here, support the market. Help the economy out, support your local business. Number 13, also mentioned this before, get involved in the community. There's a lot of volunteering things you can do for the community, or you can volunteer at a wildlife sanctuary. There's a lot of pet rescues you can volunteer. You can volunteer for helping the turtles. There's just a ton of things you can volunteer for, so get involved with your community. Number 14, this is pointing right at me, but work on your Spanish. Don't get discouraged. I keep telling myself, don't get discouraged, because I am making progress. My friends tell me all the time I'm getting better, so don't give up on your Spanish. Number 15, be polite. And Costa Ricans do have a reputation for being polite and respectful. I hate to paint people with a broad brush, but as a society, Costa Rica tends to be respectful, especially to foreigners that come here, like the tourists. They're very respectful to people. There's one point that I'd like to make about respect is when you're texting somebody here, one thing I've learned is don't just jump into a conversation. For example, you would never say, can you tell me how to get to so-and-so? Always start off with buenos dias. Throw that greeting in there. It's a little thing, but it means a lot. So buenos dias, can you tell me how to get to the wildlife refuge? Like, for example, if you're going to go get gas, don't just say, yeah, fill her up. Say, ask them how their day is, como está, and then ask them to fill up your tank. Just that little bit of politeness goes a long way. So number 16, just slow down. Slow the F down. Sometimes people come here so wound up, and it reminds me of how I used to be back in the day. And it's a different lifestyle here. People are a little bit, I don't like that the stereotype that it, you know, everything is like super slow here, because it's not. People work hard, people go about their business and get things done, but you need to be able to have that mentality that, you know, things don't always get done as fast as you'd like them to get done. I talked this about in another video about patience. You need to have patience. So slow down, have some patience, and you'll live a better, smoother, happier life here in Costa Rica. So if you're coming to Costa Rica and you'd like to experience the Uvita Day Adventure, just go to uvitaday.com. I'm also the guy to help you with your tours, uvitaday.com, to help you with your tours. And finally, number 16, you may already know you're supposed to do this, but you need to slow down. I don't know what that was, but I hear one more person complain about cheese here. I think I'm going to smack them. Is that a picture, maybe? Are we on? Are dissecting you like they're trying to. It's Uvita Day. And you're asking yourself, Uvita Day? Uvita Day? Uvita Day Adventure? What is that? So now you're probably asking yourself, what's the Uvita Day Adventure? I'm glad you asked. So maybe you're asking yourself, what's this Uvita Day Adventure he keeps talking about? I'm glad you asked. So you may be asking yourself, what's this Uvita Day Adventure he keeps? So you may be asking yourself, what's this Uvita Day Adventure he keeps talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked, because bug. So you may be asking yourself, what is this Uvita Day Adventure he keeps talking about? Well, so I know what you're asking yourself. You're asking yourself, what is this Uvita Day Adventure he keeps talking about? Well, I think you better watch this video.
Love this.
So are you ready? Are you ready to come to Uvita and experience the Uvita Day Adventure? I really love showing people my world, living vicariously through their adventures here. We can hit a lot of the popular attractions, so you never really know who's going to drop in on the Uvita Day Adventure. And it's definitely a good way to get in touch with your inner child. And if you want, we can even get off the beaten path. A coffee tour with mi amigo Dainair. Maybe we'll find some wildlife to photograph. Visit to the farmer's market, making some new friends. And if you go on a coffee tour, I have to warn you, Dainair might put you to work. Or if you're more adventurous, hike up a mountain trail to a waterfall. A refreshing swim in a beautiful swimming hole. But there's a lot to see, and there's a lot to do. Make new friends, see some cool things, make some memories. The Uvita Day Adventure. Go to uvitaday.com for more information. Hopping into a beautiful swimming hole. Another thing we can do on the Uvita Day Adventure. But that's all I've got for this edition of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, share this video and this channel with a friend. Hasta luego.